Motherhood. What questions do I answer in my own mind to be able to chronicle my story? This brown-skinned girl's life has been mothered in excess, undermothered, motherless, mother-ucked, and mama blitzed. I'm sure a few other variations of Mother Ed applies, but we won't mention those. So as Sister Governess, Stepmother Maria from The Sound of Music taught me, let's start at the very beginning. January 13th, 1973, Macaroni McIntosh was born. I was her 7th child, and she'd run out of names, and she'd craved mac and cheese her entire pregnancy. Well, at least the 3 months she knew about it. Selma Jo, AKA Mama Number 1, thought she was going through menopause. She was 55 after all. As I reflect, thanks heavens she didn't call me Menelope. So Macaroni McIntosh I was for about 2 weeks, until my sister mama, Elizabeth, returned home from college and her early years of activism in the Black Panthers and proclaimed that her baby sister should have a strong Swahili name to connect her to her roots and purpose, especially since there seemed to be some question of my ethnicity as indicated on my birth certificate. In the race section, it was marked as unknown. So then, I was officially named, are you ready? Tajale Shariabrian Jenzalari McIntosh Sutton, meaning lovely ebony goddess with divine purpose and mother of nations. No pressure. Shall we all pause for a moment to give a fist pump for traumatic name injury survivors, especially colorless girls who considered multiple nicknames when the rainbow was enough? So now, Mama Number 1 has to acclimate to having a newborn again and figure out how to accommodate my presence when she's running a lucrative import-export business of Boosters National. Yes, boosters as in high-end shoplifting. Now introducing Lurdine, AKA Mama Number 2, formerly known as Nanny Number 1. I was entrusted and/or abandoned into the care of Mama Number 2 after 6 weeks of hard living in Infantville. I'm told I was the talk of the affluent people of color's gossip network. Mama Number 2, who had no biological children of her own, paraded this cute little bundle of joy around, introducing me as her temporary baby girl. Little did she know that after a series of unfortunate events, foster homes, orphanages, and a 6-year court proceeding, I'd be her legally adopted brown child. Oh, glory. After the travail of a fostered mom's fail and trials, I became Teshala Sheri Dickerson, AKA Shay Shay, because they didn't want to have to write my name epistle anymore. I also think they didn't want to have to say it. I'm now the preacher's daughter and the first baby and little lady of something Missionary Baptist Church. Mama Number 1 and Mama Number 2 are now arch enemies, and I get to play tennis ball betwixt the two until Mama Number 1 became Rebel Mama and abducted, or in her views, took back or reclaimed her former 7th child off to California. Mother Universe was again unbalanced, and yet Mama infused. I was realizing that mother/mama was an uncertainty. But hey, it was my new normal. After being rescued and returned to Mama Number 2, after a brief debriefing week in a state-run, safe place, AKA memory wiping facility, I was back to Mamaville in Buppyland. So many words of my mama's I hold dear. Reflection often brings belly aching, mouth gaping laughter, and an appreciation of mother wit and especially sarcasm. Here's an example of such guidance. Mama Number 2, the woman who raised me, smiled and beckoned for us, me and my son, to come on in. When she noticed a bandage on her grand king's Isaiah's foot, she inquired, "What happened, son?" My son replied, "I have an itchy rash, Granny." With the gift of mother wit and 90 years of wisdom, she looked at us and both said, "Well, who tinkled in the shower? Because everybody knows that's how you get a rash on your feet." The culprit was never discovered, but now we all wear shower shoes. So we say thank you, Mama Lurdine. The understanding of having a mother, Mama Medea, was jaded for me to say the least. So I've pledged to redefine my understanding of mother. To give homage to my roots, I have 2 beautiful children and 4 nieces and nephews that I raised. And to give honor to my humble upbringing in Buppyville, both of my beautiful children went to private schools and have hefty college fund accounts. For this greatly appreciated feat, they lovingly refer to me as Empress Mommy who reigns above all and has superior beauty and vast arms of love and grace. AKA, Mama, where's my, and Mama, can I? My lessons of motherhood have been ingrained in the ideals to love large and to live big, even when you feel small or neglected or forgotten. I hug my second child much more than I did my first because I realized how much and how many times most moms actually blow it on the first mothering attempt. I fought with my girl child in several continents, time zones, and social media forums to show that I have perfected my mama muscle and to save her from retracing my journey in motherhood. I've given her administration moonbeam parties and welcome into womanist celebrations to help prepare her inner life cocoon for the deliverance of legacy's greatness. I've made a total and absolute mockery of manhood and maleness by allowing my son Isaiah to sit when he tinkles to avoid a constant cleanup on aisle 9. I've made my son unhook my mammary hammocks, taught him which uterine lining deposit slips to grab in the PTSD PMS section, and I've encouraged diversity and integration in all the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 support groups. Oh, the joys of being a Mac mama. My journey has been filled with pseudo-moms, godmothers, aunties, sister mamas, church mothers, foster moms, and girlfriends who serve as other mothers for my children. Also, Claire Huxtable, Medea Simmons, Ella Payne, Glenda the Good Witch and Auntie M from The Wiz, Mommy Dearest replicas, super moms, Wonder Mama, midwives, and an adopted mother and a birth mom. I'm not sure that I have concluded my true definition of motherhood or what success appears to be in the society's jaded eyes. But I do know that for me, motherhood is birthed and labored from the heart and sustaining core of the universe. And I'm so blessed to have been spit out of her life canal and taking on her form, and I have a vagina to prove it. To have become a lactation production goddess, a stretch mark heiress, to swim fiercely in her epicenter of maternal goo. I have no other favorite title, role, responsibility, incarceration sentence, penance, or privilege than being the favorite auntie and mama of 2, as my Swahili name states, Mother of Nations. Thank you, Yeshua, for my village of mamas. I speak your names in honor and love. Selma, my birth mom. Lurdine, my adoptive mother. My mama Sadie and Mama LaRue and Auntie Clara. And Mama Israel, the great Dr. Maya Angelou, all gone much too soon from this earthly realm. And my amazing, full of fire, classy sassies, my granny, Addie Walker, my Meemaw, Mary Lou Miles, my spiritual mothers, Medina and Darlene, and my sister's mamas who hold me in the moments when I need them most, Michelle, Kat, Vicky and Gail, Medina, Darlene and Dana. Bless you all indeed. Asi and namaste.